So my oldest child is 17 years old, and I've been homeschooling him off and on since he was in kindergarten. And I've also done some homeschooling of my youngest, who's 11. And so I have a little bit of idea of how to school my children at home. And so this new paradigm, this shift, um, hasn't hit me that hard because it's something that I've done before. And so people have come to me and say, "Oh, you should say something because you have experience, homeschooling your children." And the only thing I could think to say was, you know what, we've got to start meeting our kids where they are. Let me give you a backstory. I have my master's degree in dance and movement therapy, which is a counseling based field. It's art therapy, drama therapy. We call them expressive arts therapies. And so it's in that whole genre. And and so I learned to help people with their emotional problems through movement. And so when I was in graduate school, one of the first couple of months there, I felt really lost. And I was going up the stairs at school, and one of my professors was coming downstairs. And in fact, the department head was coming downstairs, founder. And I said, "Oh my God, I don't know if I'm doing good or bad. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh my God." And she looked at me and she says, "You know what? There is no good or bad. It just is. And you will get what you need to get, in your own timing. It's okay. It's okay." Because I'm obsessing, I'm a bit of a control freak, I must admit, and, a bit of a perfectionist. And so I just didn't know what I was doing, and she told me that, and I was like, okay. And the second thing that I learned in during the course of my time in school was that you have to meet your clients where they are. So there's no good or bad, it just is, and you have to meet your clients where they are in that moment. That's what it is you just have to meet them in that moment. And so that stuck with me. And so I didn't get a lot of jobs as a dance therapist when I got out of school. And that had me kind of sad. And then I had kids. And then it just hit me and it goes, "Oh my gosh. Like this has helped me with this point in my life in terms of being a parent and helping my children." And I cannot say, I mean, I'd be okay, but understanding body mind psychology, movement, counseling, just all those things has helped me so much in terms of my understanding and working with my kids. And one of the basic things that I look at is like I have to meet them where they are. Because whenever I try to push my agenda on my children, it just resulted in a lot of friction and just a lot of confusion and frustration that really could have been avoided if I just took time and listened and got to know my children for who they are. And that's the thing. It's like we have to really stop and listen to our kids and see them for who they are and understand who they are. And instead of having them drag us on the journey, or instead of us dragging them, we have to hold hands together and walk together on the journey with our children. And I think because education has told us it's K through 12, it goes in this box, and you have to learn history in this grade, and art in this, and then and English in this grade, and math in this grade, and this is how it goes. We're looking for that. Oh my God, are we doing it right? And oh my God, it's not happening right now. But we have to know there is no good or bad. It just is in this moment, and we have to meet each other where we are right now. And we have to meet our kids and love our kids where they are right now. And that's the only thing I know to say. Because anything else, because I don't know what works for each individual child. We don't know that. And everybody's child is different. So we have to meet them where they are, love them where they are, and just kind of walk the journey from there. And then be willing to take a breath and go, let's see what works from there. And that's all I could kind of say, because that's just the biggest thing that has worked for me. It's just meeting them where they are and seeing who they are and being like, okay, this one, this one's, you know, this one's artsy, this one's this one's that. Not even a label. They are just these creative, wonderful beings. And it's like, what do I do to help them with their individual desires and help guide them, away from those things? Because I'm still here as their guide, you know, but I have to leave my ego out of it, because they are not me, and they live in a total different generation. I'm Atari, and they're 360. What is that, Nintendo? Whatever that is, 360. Yeah, So anywho, that's all my homeschool wisdom. That's what I have in terms of my homeschool wisdom.